guys and goddesses. It is I'm Imran, the Sun God, coming at you once again for another episode of The Sun God Speaks, entitled Eliminating Racism. Now, especially with the political conversation going on right now, and of course the incidences we have with police brutality, I wanted to take an instance to talk about how we can eliminate racism in a spiritual sense. Now, I want to start with a metaphor from when I used to work at the YWCA after-school program with kids from ages 5 to 13. Now, whenever we wanted to go out for recess, I had 30 kids in my class, right? One of the things that I made them do is, okay, if we want to go outside, we all have to be quiet for at least 10 seconds, all right? Everybody's got to be quiet for 10 seconds, and then we can go outside. And guess what happened? One person starts talking, then another person starts talking about that person starting to talk, and then you just have a swell of noise, and guess what? We never got a chance to go outside because everybody was talking and not doing their individual part. Now, what I would tell them is, hey guys, if you just did your individual part and said nothing, the entire room would be quiet. All right, and of course there's your little rebel rousers who just want to talk just to talk, but then as a teacher, I can identify them, rectify that situation so we can all go outside. Now, how does this affect racism? Now, one of the highest spiritual principles is whatever's going on inside of you is going to reflect outside of you, all right? So if you have racial bias or prejudice inside of your heart, guess what? You're going to manifest those situations that confirm your belief, whatever it is. So the most important thing we can do as spiritual beings is check ourselves to see, are we bringing any of that energy to the table in our day-to-day lives? When we take a stand in our life and say, you know what, it's done, this racism thing is over, that's how I'm going to walk, that's how I'm going to move, that's how I'm going to reflect with other people, guess what? You're going to start to attract other individuals who have that same mindset, and we can come together and work out on all the individuals who are doing radical things in order to shake things up in that racial conversation. We can identify it so much easier. Now, don't get it twisted. This metaphor is not telling us all to be quiet and not say anything. What it is saying is, let's check ourselves, let's look inside and say, am I bringing any of that energy to the table in my day-to-day life? And if so, how can I rectify that as an individual so then we can move together and create massive change, all right? One final point, I know a lot of times people get upset when people say, oh, I don't see color, I don't see color. And the main question that they have is, well, if you don't see color, what do you see when you look at me? And as a spiritual individual, as somebody who has been charged to bring this information out into the world, I always answer, I see God. I don't see your color, I don't see your race, I don't see your creed, I see the creator of the universe. I see a reflection of myself. And I feel like once we get there as a society, I know it's a big concept to think about, but I believe once we get there as individuals, this world will change in such a positive way that we'll be able to see the world that we want to create, all right? So hold that in your hearts. Thank you so much for watching. It's Amin Ra. Like, subscribe, share, leave a comment if you want to say something about this situation, or if you want to declare that racism is over in your reality, then that's what we can do as spiritual beings, all right? So again, I'll see you all next week. I'm Imran, the Sun God. I love you all. Peace.